It has been verified by a body language specialist that Jenelle Evans and her contentious spouse are not a good fit. She also says that because Jenelle is a star and can't figure it out, navigating the complex marriage is like a Rubik's Cube for her. Jenelle Evans and her husband David Eason recently shared a series of pictures on Instagram. Her photos from March 30th showed the couple sipping cocktails while seated on a boat. The married couple was also seen cuddling in front of sunset backdrops in the Teen Mom alums pictures. "A forever thing," Jenelle wrote next to the post. "If toxic was a picture," remarked one fan. "Glad to see you smiling, but wish you could pick a good guy," said another. Jenelle shared these cozy-looking photos ahead of her family's Easter gathering. Jenelle posted a picture of Eason, 34, and his 15-year-old daughter, Marisa, on April 10. The picture also featured Evans' two youngest children, son Kaiser, 8, whom she shares with her former partner, Nathan Griffith, and daughter Ensley, 6. The 13-year-old son of her ex-husband Andrew Lewis, Jace, was also featured in the family photo. After caring for Jace's needs since 2010, Jenelle's mother Barbara Evans, 70, relinquished custody of him to her lately. Body language specialist Judy James stated to the U.S. Sun in an exclusive interview, "Jenelle's Instagram photo choices don't seem to demonstrate any compatibility between her and her spouse. An instance of opposites attract occurs here." Jenelle and David's body language is fascinating because their positions are at odds, which makes me wonder whatever attraction they may have. Her demeanor gives the impression that she will continue to solve puzzles like a Rubik's Cube in her marriage. Jenelle wants to figure out how to keep the positivity continuing while navigating the challenges of marriage and making it work. Her body language is amazingly resilient and fixed. She seemed to return to the same basic position and look every time. Her trademark smile is symmetrical, like a set, waterproof grin that is worn regardless of the emotional state of the wearer. Her facial expressions convey a forensic sense of intent. While some of the couple's poses together are adorable, others give away signs of unrest and difficulty. Thereafter, Jenelle's resolve to get her husband and family back to this idyllic location appears to be at an industrial strength in their family portrait. This appears to be a dream or objective she will never give up on. Jenelle looks like a woman who would pull her family through any drama or crisis single-handedly. Jenelle, 31, became well known after starring in the MTV series 16 and Pregnant. She has since made several appearances on several Teen Mom seasons. Jenelle was connected to Playboy's morning show as well. Jenelle has battled a number of personal problems despite her busy TV career and more recent on-life-ins endeavors. Her most recent union with David has been fraught with issues. In 2015, Jenelle connected with the ex-pipe welder on Tinder. They were expecting their first kid by 2016, and the following year they got married. Jenelle was let go from Teen Mom 2 after David allegedly killed their French bulldog in 2019. The couple's children were also taken away. In the same year that she and Eason parted ways, Jenelle filed for a temporary restraining order and accused her spouse of abuse. Even though they made up in March 2020, David was later taken into custody on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon. After Jenelle expressed her desire to end the relationship, the charges were dismissed in August of that year. Wherever their body language poses are as a couple, Jenelle looks desperate to drive them back to the same ideal one, Judy said. Every time, Jenelle strikes these heroic stances and pushes this marriage along. David frequently seemed to have arrived just now. He hides behind his long beard in shades or appears so uncomfortable. He has a complicated, erratic, and melancholy signaling expression where he barely flashes a forced smile. Jenelle feels as though David is her life's achievement whenever she leans in towards him. However, David has much less vitality when posing. His smile also requires very little effort when his beard is trimmed, reducing its barrier effect. David's embraces are stilted and awkward throughout. Evans, 31, welcomed Jace with Andrew in 2009 prior to her relationship with David. Following their breakup, she had a difficult time dating Kiefer Delp. Teen Mom 2 aired their tumultuous relationship for the first 4 seasons before Jenelle and Kiefer broke up in 2012. Delp was taken into custody over 5 years later on charges of running a meth lab. In contrast, David had already been married twice before he met Jenelle. From 2 prior wives, he has 2 children. Eason has also encountered the law on a few occasions. In 2021, these include operating a vehicle with a revoked license and having an open alcohol container. In 2016, he encountered additional difficulties after being detained for breaching a protection order against him related to domestic abuse. Olivia Leadham, his ex-wife, had filed this. They look so symbolic in their rock climbing photos, Judy continued. She is still struggling to scramble up to reach him, but he is higher up, lounging with a smug smile on his face. Jenelle has that loving, possessive hand on her partner's chest in other photos where they are standing on tiptoe. She displays her wedding bands and shows off her sense of proud ownership by placing her left hand on David's chest. Her head is cocked and her smile is symmetrical once more, but David only gives a frigid, narrow glimpse of teeth through a stretched lip. In general, it appears that this couple wants to appear as a glamorous couple in certain pictures. However, there are other photos of her sitting in their car, barefaced and in tears, having abandoned the glam appearance. Jenelle constantly tries to drive them both back to the same pose, which is the one she wants the public to see.